Hey guys, it's James Storm coming to you from Team Shadowstrike, and this is going to be another Q&A video. We only have about 7 questions this time, and some people ask more than one, and that's fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and get straight into this. So, as always, guys, the way this works is if you have a question for me, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll answer it on the next Q&A. That's simple. So anyway, let's get straight into this. So first question comes from Siren Frost. Hey Jaden, awesome Q&A as always, but here's my question just because it did bring a lot of thought. 1. If you didn't hurt your leg during football, would you still be into Vanguard or would you forget about the game? Well, this question's kind of hard for me to answer because, there's a lot of people who said, well, there's been a lot of people who know what I've gone through. I've had 2 knee operations, I've had back surgery, I've had shoulder surgery, I've even had a neck injury, and people are like, how can you still love football so much when it's clear how much it's damaged your body? Why don't you hate the game? I don't hate football. I hold no grudge against the game, because if someone who's watching this has played football, every time you buckle your chin strap that something can happen. That's the game. It's extremely competitive. It's extremely it's a contact sport, and any contact sport there's risks. There's risks in any sport, guys. For all the way from football to basketball to baseball to golf to tennis there's risks in every sport because of the tolls that it can take on your body. And when I hurt my leg, Vanguard was not in America yet. So if I didn't hurt my leg, I would have went on to college, so I wouldn't have played Vanguard. I may not have came across it. I wouldn't have started this YouTube channel. I wouldn't have met a lot of the people who are some of my closest friends now. Some people have asked me if you could go back and not have all those injuries, would you take it? I've never been able to answer that because that means I would have eradicated a lot of people that I've met and love and cherish, my friend Ryan and Sam and Christian and so many of you guys. I never would have met you. I never would have done this. I never would have been able to experience Vanguard. Don't get me wrong. I wish I didn't get hurt, but would I... it's a hard question. I still love football. I coach a kids' football team every summer. And I enjoy that, and I try and stay as connected to the game as possible because I grew up loving the game, and I still love it. But I hold absolutely no grudge against the game at all. I realize, it's football, shit happens, but Siren, it's something to think about, but I can't say I would. I can't, for the people who've asked me if you could go back and change it, because to be real honest, the guy I was back then, I hadn't reached my dickhead phase until after I hurt my leg because I was so depressed, but I still wasn't, the greatest person, I wasn't an asshole, but I kind of, all I cared about was football. That's all I did. To be honest, guys, my senior year in high school, I really had to watch myself because, I hurt my leg my junior year, and I kind of didn't care about anything but football. And so when I pretty much had to go a different road, I kind of had to reprioritize, and that really made me mad. But I never would have came across Vanguard, and I love the game, but at the same time, I love football. So I can't really give you a straight answer on that. But, do I wish I didn't have to sustain all this injury and surgeries and rehab? Yes. No, what sane person wouldn't say yes? But would I give up everything that I've been able to do the last couple of years, do this YouTube channel, meet and talk to so many of you, and have the friends that I have today? I wouldn't give up any of that for anything. because you know, friends mean more to me than that. So anyway, I wish I could still play football, you know, but you know, can't, you know, but I try to be as involved in the game as I possibly can. That's why I coach a little kids football team, and it's my way of being able to still be a part of it, and I watch football regularly. So anywho, I hope that answers your question, Siren. And the second question from Siren is, what are your top 3 decks that you love to play? That is really hard because you know, there are so many decks that I just love to play. Perditions comes to mind. The Cross comes to mind. Majesty Lord Blaster comes to mind. Bluish Flames comes to mind. Royal Paladin in general comes to mind. So Seekers. You know, but to narrow it down to 3, that'd be really tough. I know Perditions and the Cross are 2 of my favorites. Rebirth as well. So if I had to guess, unfortunately, all 3 of them would come from the Kagero clan. But Rebirth, Perditions, the Cross, Vague, pretty much any Kagero deck. Royal Paladin. You know, I mean, there's just I enjoy playing Great Nature and Aqua Force. You know, I enjoy there's to narrow it down to 3 is very hard, Siren, but there's just a couple. But thank you for your question, but it would be hard for me to narrow it down to 3. Next question comes from Cardfight King. Yo bro, been sub since your first Aqua Force videos. Question is, do you watch my channel at all? Actually, guys, if you guys comment, I always go and check and see if you post videos, and if I do watch them. I'm not always good about commenting, but I do watch them. So, Cardfight King, I have at some point seen your videos. So yes. If not, come check me out. I'll even subscribe to your channel because I don't think I have. But if you guys if you guys leave a comment, I always check out to see if you post videos. But anyway, especially if you like Aqua Force content, I do like Aqua Force. But which version of Aqua Force do you think is better, Set 2 Maelstrom or Savas? He put Thavas, but his name is Savas, so I call him Savas. That's kind of weird because my decks combine the 2. I play stuff from Set 2 and Maelstrom in the same deck. So I can't really tell you which one's better because I play them both in the same deck, but you'll see my Set 2 Aqua Force deck when it comes out. I would give you guys a cheap Aqua Force build right now, but I literally don't have any perfect guards. I got rid of all my Aqua Force stuff. I still have my playset of Maelstroms, but I don't, you know, I literally kept the things and got the things that I would need for the future, and now I'm just waiting for Set 2. So when Set 2 comes out, you'll finally get an Aqua Force deck profile from me once again. And to be real honest, I've missed Aqua Force, you know, so I'm really looking forward to Set 2 for Aqua Force. So Cardfight King, you'll definitely see more Aqua Force content from me coming really soon. Next question comes from Drago. Hey, I want your thoughts and concerns for this super OP Shadow Paladin Legend deck coming out. I already talked about that. I did a special video, Drago, and I mainly did it just for you and everyone else who kept asking me about it, and that's fine. I'm glad you guys kept asking me about it. So, I decided to just make that video for you guys so you can hear all my thoughts and concerns on it. So if you want to go check out that video, it is on the channel. So thank you for your question, Daigo. Next question comes from Mikey Liang. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So if I'm not, please don't, you know, think I'm doing it on purpose. Jaden, what do you think about the Supreme Heavenly Emperor Dragon Draconic Overlord, the Ace G unit that is coming out in Fighters Collection 2015? Awesome. Awesome name. I guess I'll go ahead and finish this here. Are you happy your favorite or main Kagero clan have a new unit to support for the Draconic Overlord coming out in the Fighters Collection 2015? Are you going to get 4 copies of Supreme Heavenly Emperor Dragon Draconic Overlord the Ace when it comes out? I'm going to scrounge up every copy of the Ace that I can, because that's what I do, and you'll see more about that here in a second. But anywho, am I happy with it? I'm happy with it. It's a restanding Overlord G unit. I mean, I kind of predicted we were going to get one, but there are some people who are like, well, it's just not that good. Well, it's a restanding G unit, so it's immediately good in my opinion. You just have to know when to spring it. I think the artwork is absolutely amazing, but I will be trying to scrounge up every copy of the Ace that I can. But I'm happy with it. I wish you didn't have to pay any kind of cost, and I wish you didn't have to counterblast any, or flip any over. But that's just me being greedy. But I'm happy with it. The Fighters Collection cards, none of them are just... Not one of them, I think, is just groundbreaking OP. But they're good. But it's good. So I'm happy with it. Next question comes from Awesome Dolphin. Hey Jaden, and nice vid. I recently subscribed to your channel, and I have a question. What do you think of the Bluish Flame Liberators? The Bluish Flame Liberators are, in my opinion, one of the best underdog decks out there, period. I did a deck profile on them, and I elaborated on that a little bit more. Will they maybe get more support in the future, or at least a G unit? They don't get a direct Bluish Flame G unit, but they do get a G unit in Fighters Collection 2015 that really helps them. Actually, two. They get Rain Element Maydew, and some kind of dragon that gains 5k every time you Superior Call a Rearguard. Now, Rain Element Maydew, the reason this card's good, I'm in Prominence Galera Legion. I discard a grade 3 from my hand and stride Maydew. Now, when you stride and you're in Legion, you select which one is the heart. If you select Aglavale, it'll meet Maydew's ability. If your heart is under 10,000 power, you can take a grade 3 from your drop zone and put it into your hand. So you can basically discard a Glare or Percival or a Core, and then add that card right back to your hand after you stride, if you select the Aglavale for your heart. Now, true, you'll only be going to 24, but that's still pretty good considering you'll still have a boost and still hit 30 real easily. So, in my opinion, I think Rain Element Maydew works really well in a Bluish Flame deck. And then, obviously, the Dragon that gains 5k for every time you Superior Call, so that's pretty good, too. So, they don't get a direct Bluish Flame G unit, or at least they haven't yet. I'm hoping they do, but both of those units really help the Bluish Flames out. And then... also, what do you think of dolphins? Sorry for leaving 2 questions all at once, and thanks. Never be sorry for questions, guys. I've always said you can leave as many questions as you want down there for me as you'd like. I like dolphins. They're cool. My favorite memory with dolphins is my uncle took me someplace in Florida called Crystal Lake, and very, very beautiful place. If you're ever in Florida, please go to Crystal Lake. It is a lake that feeds right off the ocean, and if you go out there, you can sometimes find dolphins. And we got on this boat that we rented, and we went out in the middle of the water, and we're just sitting there, and I can't remember what me and my uncle were doing, but all of a sudden we heard this, and we turn around, and there's a dolphin. Literally, he has come up to the boat, and he's just staring at us. And I was like, oh, hi! I was like 13 or 14 at the time. I didn't know what to do. And my uncle just happened to bring this big beach ball, and he threw it in the water, and the dolphin looked at it. And I started to get ready to jump in the water. And as soon as I turned around, the dolphin was gone. And we were like, oh, bummer, that sucks. 20 minutes later, me and my uncle were getting stuff out because he had a little grill that we were grilling hamburgers on out in the middle of the ocean, or lake, technically. And we turn around, and there's 4 of them. So, and I got to jump in the water and hold on to one of them, and he swam me all over hell, and I got to pet him. And dolphins are really interesting creatures. They're really friendly. So if you ever have an opportunity to go to an aquarium or SeaWorld, or even if you're in Florida, go to Crystal Lake and go pet a dolphin or swim with it. It's pretty fun. Not my favorite underwater animal, but I do love I love dolphins. Love them. Excuse me. Next question comes from Mystic Blaze E. What is your favorite clan and deck from that clan? Well, I had something I wanted to show you guys because this will. I mean, most of you guys know that what my favorite clan is, but I think this will. This book is not my trade book. It's not even my personal collection. It is, well. The End, the Cross, Overlords, Vagues, Nobel Critics, Dauntless, Burnouts, and this is not all the Dauntless I have. I actually own 4 playsets. Burning Horn Dragons, Breeze, Marias, Rampart. This is for Rhino Cross. I actually own no Rhino Cross. This is for more Protect Orbs. I only have 2 playsets, and they're both in other decks at the moment. Perdition Quintet, the original Kagero Quintet, G units, Dragonic Blade Masters, the old Amber Dragons, Vortex Dragonuit and his mate, Pain Laser and his mate, Breakdown Dragon, Vortex Dragon, Dragonic Gaius, Aleafs. I'm hunting down the grade 3 because for some reason I can't find mine. Just more random Kagero units. Then if you come over here, I'm collecting one of every major starter. All started here. Conroe, the Amber Dragons, the Overlord End Searcher that was so terrible. I have all 3 prints of Red Pulse Draco Kid. The 3 blanks, I know 2 of them are Seal Dragons, and I can't remember what this other one is too. I haven't wrote it down, but you know, so then over here we have all the critical triggers. This one is reserved for a hollow bar. I don't have a hollow bar, or at least I thought I did. I just can't find it. Then we have all the draw triggers, all the stand triggers. I'm missing the Seal Dragon one, and then all the heal triggers. So that's my favorite clan. Favorite deck? That's hard because I just love Kagero. I love the Great. I love the Cross. I love Vague. I love Rebirth. Pretty much any deck with an Overlord in it, you know, that's a safe bet. And then the last question from Mystic Blazy, and the last one of the Q&A, is, do you think there will be a Chaos Breaker or Nebula cross ride, even though it probably will not happen? I wouldn't say cross ride. I would lean more towards a Revival Legion for one of them, and either one would be awesome. If I had my pick, it'd be Chaos Breaker. But I'm all in favor of a Revival Legion for either one of them. Cross ride would be awesome, but you know, I think it's safer to say that it's more likely that one of them would get a Revival Legion, which that either one or both would be awesome. So you know, that just something to think about. But oh yeah, I love Chaos Breaker. I have so many fond memories playing with that deck. I mean, I love Nebula too, but Chaos Breaker would be my pick if one of them were to get a Revival Legion. So anyway, guys, thank you for leaving your questions. If you left one, make sure with this Q&A, the way it works is when this video is posted, all you do is you leave questions for me in the comment section below that I'll answer the next time I do a Q&A. And remember, guys, you can ask me anything and as many things as you want. You can ask me about Vanguard, you can ask me about gaming, you can ask me about music, you can ask me about food, you can ask me about anything you can think of. I don't care what the question is, I will answer it. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, thumbs up, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.